what the human experience really means.
Is anyone really human?
What's up? Howdy, alien army. I'm Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this fucking world.
So now that that's out of the way,
let's discuss a little bit of cloning, humanoid consciousness, being able to be uploaded onto a server and then downloaded into like a clone, a robot, a humanoid vessel. This is essentially the life experience that motherfuckers in the 3D are fucking living right now. We are going to get into the perverted rumors about human cloning and things like that. Now, we do know that the humanoid vessel is simply designed by a hand of different interdimensional beings. So the design of the humanoid suit, it is what it is. The thing that pilots the suit, the thing that pilots the fucking Starship Enterprise, essentially, human cloning is a deeper way to look at what the humanoid 3D experience is, because there are rumors purportedly that there are some big names that they're really not in the physical vehicle that the persona is placed as a category in. They say that someone else is piloting the vessel. They're saying that their physical vessel is been taken over by a being from another dimension. That's a rumor out there. Let's just say that. They'll say that a humanoid vessel of a such and such persona, pick whatever name, has now something else piloting that vessel, and that individual is no longer piloting their vessel because they did some shit, they made some sort of agreement. We've heard those rumors, right? But did you know that that's essentially what the fuck the humanoid experience is anyway? We want to think of humanoid vessels being cloned, being designed by whoever, original, the OG humanoid suit, that was manufactured, okay, with the ability to be able to breed on its own. The psyche that's uploaded into it, or I guess downloaded, however.
I don't know, I'm not fucking technical.
But either uploaded or downloaded, okay, pick one.
Or both, I don't fucking know.
The humanoid soul downloads a portion of themselves, their consciousness, into the humanoid suit, and then it is uploaded so that they can take on the physical vehicle from the soul vantage point. So that sounds very similar to the human cloning of
make a big name.
only instead of, let's say, another interdimensional being taking over that physical vessel, like their psyche is uploaded into that, and then who knows what happens to the big name individual. They might have their consciousness uploaded and stored on a cloud server too. Basically, the humanoid experience is essentially that. So is it a rumor, or does it pique a little bit of interest in you to want to find the truth?
Like, I know my truth, you know your truth.
There's some motherfuckers that they don't know their truth yet, some won't in this lifetime, and that's fine. Does it spark a little something in you? Things that make you go, because the humanoid experience is essentially a physical vehicle, your humanoid suit, that is formed, and the soul chooses to enter it. So a portion of that soul's consciousness is uploaded, downloaded, pick one, into that humanoid vessel so that they could see through the two physical eyes from the vantage point of the one eye, the third eye, the eye of the all. So is it so far-fetched to say that that shit doesn't go on interdimensionally, and there are perhaps beings from other dimensions that are masquerading around in humanoid suits? They have that soul aspect of them because they're connected to the all, and they are in the humanoid suit, but they are an interdimensional motherfucker. They are an alien. They are not a human, and they know they're not a human, because what is a human? A human is the suit. A human is not the consciousness behind the motherfucking suit. A human doesn't pilot the vehicle. The human is the fucking vehicle. The human experience never.
Or maybe it does somewhere. I don't fucking know if it was written anywhere. But I'm saying it for purposes of this video.
Where the fuck does the human experience say that the soul is the human? The soul is not human, is it? body is, the physical vehicle is, but remember, it was manufactured to have different consciousnesses uploaded, downloaded into it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
If we look at it from that vantage point, ooh, my ear is ringing. Yeah, look at this, look at that. You know who you are beyond the humanoid vessel. The humanoid vessel is not who the fuck you are. It's what you pilot in the 3D Earth matrix. The soul is not human. How can a soul be human? A humanoid is the physical vessel. It's the physical vessel that is attached to the 3D Earth matrix. It's sort of like the, oh my God, I don't even know how you say it because I'm not technical at all. But let's say you have a whatever phone you have, iPhone, Android, whatever the fuck you have. It's a phone, okay? Just like the vessel is a vessel. It's a physical, tangible thing. The software for Apple only works for Apple phone. So it's uploaded, downloaded onto there, but it's functioning. But is the software the phone? No, it's not. It's the operating system. The operating system is the brain because it's controlling, it's like computing. The brain is a computer. It's controlling how the physical vehicle operates. But who is the one? Here we go, this is going to get a little trippy. The phone, much like the human physical vehicle. The operating system, much like the psyche, the brain, what programs are in there, right? It was downloaded, it was uploaded. But who is the one that is utilizing all this? Who's utilizing the phone and the functions of the phone? Who's understanding the software, how to maneuver through the phone? That's the soul. Just like it would be you and your physical vehicle, you're utilizing the phone from that larger perspective, but it's working for you, right? The phone, the operating system, the software, everything. So now if we look at that analogy, we want to take it to the next level up. The soul is not human. The soul understands and knows how to utilize the fucking psyche to get the best experience. They know how to use the software exceptionally so that they can maneuver the phone so that the phone is fast. The phone always does what the motherfucker wants, right? So your physical vessel is always going to do what you want because you understand how the psyche operates, you understand the operating system, but you know as well that you are not the human and you are not the operating system. You are the soul that is maneuvering shit to your advantage. Because remember, the phone serves you. You serve the phone as well because, you keep it clean, whatever, you keep it up to date, whatever the fuck you're doing. Like you clear the cache, whatever the fuck that word is.
Ain't no goddamn vocabulary fucking lesson.
Ain't no book on phonics either.
And you know that the phone is not you. You're not the fucking phone. You know that the phone is for your advantage, and you know that your humanoid vessel and your humanoid experience is for your advantage, and your psyche, the operating system, works for you because you know how to operate it, you understand it. But you know that what's linking you to the fucking being called a human vessel, the physical vehicle? That's like saying, like, when you're driving that you are the car. I mean, you and the car morph as one when you're driving, but you still recognize that you're piloting the vehicle. Does that make you a car? Or does being in a humanoid vessel make you a human? You see what I'm saying? You see what we did there? Did I just look at it?
This is just coming to me now.
When we're talking about like cloning and uploading different consciousness, a really good example of this, right? Because I mean, is anyone really human? If we want to go with that, just ask yourself that. Pause the video if you fucking want. Is anyone really human if the only thing that's binding them to the word human is the fucking humanoid vessel?
With a human experience.
Sure, it is an experience, just like you can experience playing fucking Mario Bros. Does that make you the fucking Mr. Mario, Luigi, whatever? Who the fuck wants to be Luigi? Ain't nobody. Are you going to allow yourself to be lumped together saying that you are not godly, you are not an alien, you're not whatever the fuck, whoever the fuck, however the fuck you identify as? You are that. You are not your vessel. Yes, you have a vessel. You understand how to operate it via the psyche from the higher perspective of the soul, of the alien, of the demon, of the angel, of whoever the fuck it is that's piloting the vessel, who you know who the fuck you are on the inside. And that spills outward into your experience and then your godliness, because you understand how the mind works, how the psyche works. Now you understand how the psyche is the operating system which controls the fucking suit, which controls the narrative that your physical vessel is living out. But that doesn't make anyone a fucking human. They just think they're a human because they can't get past the 3D, and all they see is a 3D, that they're in a humanoid vessel, and that's all they see about themselves. But you see greater bigger than that. So are you a fucking human? I don't know, ask yourself that. Or do you just have a fucking humanoid vessel and you're something the fuck else, okay? Is anyone fucking human? Or are they just programmed to believe that they're human? Good shit. A really great example of consciousness being uploaded on the cloud is from the show Black Mirror, which is on Netflix, which I believe I mentioned it a few times before. It really does show what the fuck is going on. I mean, everything shows what's going on. And so if there are rumors about cloning or uploading consciousness to a cloud, know that those things are quite possible. Metaphorically, the way that I just went on about, from what I told you, the example with the phone and the humanoid vessel, but also, sure, the science does exist because it already exists energetically. And if something exists energetically for the reasons I mentioned, remember, you are not the humanoid vessel, you are something else piloting it. It exists energetically that things can be piloted from a operating system that was installed in them. So who's to say that human cloning and different interdimensional beings inhabiting different humanoid suits, who's to say that that doesn't really happen? Because energetically, if it's being talked about and there's rumors, don't you think that it can already exist on a physical level? Because energetically, nothing can't exist. If it's even existing in like a sci-fi or a fantasy, because it was imagined, because energetically it already exists, know that it can exist in the physical as an actual tangible thing. The best example, some of you might choose to watch this if you feel guided to, is the show Black Mirror, as I mentioned, which was on Netflix. And the episode, which is by far my favorite episode, because it was uplifting. It was more, I don't know, if you've watched that show, you know that it's kind of like dystopian, right? That show, it's more of like a dystopian vibe. This episode, okay, is a perfect example of how everything that I just talked about exists. It exists when part of the soul goes into our experience of the human vessel. It potentially exists for someone else, a big name, wanting to be uploaded into another vessel, which was perhaps, you know, the vessels were cloned. They were made from each other. Look into Dolly the sheep. Sometime in the 90s, there was a story that they said they cloned Dolly the sheep. If they cloned Dolly the sheep in the 90s, who knows what, that was when the story was dropped. Just Google that, Dolly the sheep clone. You think they can't do that with another breathing mammal organism? A sheep is a breathing animal organism. A humanoid vessel is a breathing animal organism. You think they can't do that? You think they haven't done that already? I'm just saying, look into it, okay? The episode San Junipero, if you just look at that episode, you will see how the humanoid experience is.
I'm gonna give no spoilers.
It basically goes into what I just said. You know, I gave the example with the phone and, you know, the operating system, blah, blah, blah. So if you just watch that episode, you will see what I'm talking about and how things that you are in, you can pick and choose wherever you're at. And if you make the most of your humanoid experience, much like I said, that episode is more uplifting than the other episodes. They show it, and now this new meta shit, Meta bought Facebook, whatever the fuck, right? In the metaverse, they show motherfuckers with fucking goggles and shit. They say that motherfuckers are enjoying it so much in there that they don't want to leave. It's like a virtual reality. But really, you're already living in virtual reality.
This is just like virtual reality on top of virtual reality.
I don't know what the fuck they do.
Everything that's out there showing you it already exists, but you have to look at it not necessarily from like a linear, logical perspective.
Yeah, it's virtual reality because you put the goggles on and then you exist in the fucking
treehouse.
I don't be fucking with that shit. I don't really care to.
Because I know that I'm already in a virtual reality experience. That's what it is. So when you understand the operating system, you understand that it's just a portion of whatever being is piloting your vessel at any moment, and you can make the best experience you want, that you will have such an enjoyable experience on the third dimensional plane, because you know what it is. It's a fucking game. The 3D plane is a fucking game.
Oh, snap.
But you gotta know how to fucking play it. Watch the episode Black Mirror, San Junipero, and you will see what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not gonna leave any spoilers. That is essentially how we are already existing and living. So again, I ask you, friends, are you really fucking human? Or is that who you were programmed to believe you are? That is what I have for you today. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful show. Gracias, Luca. Gracias, Serpentes Septim. I'm Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. We will chit-chat again soon.